if you click this video, well, you obviously want to learn to get better at anything. It's probably caught your attention. You're probably like, what? How do I do this? How? What? How? I want to get better. It's not really that difficult, to be honest. Like, you'd have to be talented. You have to be talented. You just, I'll be explaining how to actually do this in 3 simple steps. My name is Polpith, and I'm going to be your professional yapper for today. And if this video resonates with you and find it relatable, then just you can give me a little subscribe, and you can get more videos like this in the future. This is my first video, so I'm literally just going to be like making videos, just like commentary over like certain games, and just gaming videos as well, and just like talking about stuff that doesn't really get talked about anymore, and just maybe just talking about just advice about just stuff that could what I've been through and how I can help, or I can reach out to other people so I can help them. But yeah, I'll be just talking about how to literally get better and anything again. So the first major thing, which you're probably gonna say, oh, it's consistency. It's consistency. Well, that's another thing I'm gonna mention, but it's also an important thing. But the first thing I'm gonna mention is failure. Failure, it doesn't really get talked about nowadays. Like, people don't really learn from their mistakes nowadays. They don't. For example, I've been getting into chess lately. The game, the little silly pieces, the game of strategic minds and planning. Well, I've been getting into that recently, and I've been finding it very fun. Because I just keep learning from my mistakes. Like, first of all, like, I think a year ago, I installed chess because I think my friend installed it as well, and we're just like, oh, do you want 1v1 me? I'm like, oh yeah, sure. And then he completely like beat me. I was getting beat up so badly in chess. But, however, I just got like annoyed, and I just wanted to get better. But every game I played, I just got like annoyed at every time I lost, and I was like, oh, I'll give up, and then I just like uninstalled it completely. And that's what like a lot of people do nowadays. They don't really like. Once they don't like, there's some people who just like don't want. Oh, my bad. Some people just like don't want to like fail. They don't know the art of failing. Like, what most people want to learn the art of winning, but nobody wants to learn the art of failing. And I think the art of failing is it's more important than the art of winning, because if you don't win, there's going to be times you're not going to win. You need to learn the art of failing. The art of failing is just learning from your mistakes. Like, for example, I installed chess like back like a few days ago, and I played a game and I lost, obviously, because I haven't played in like ages. And instead of like uninstalling the game, getting annoyed and doing something else with my time, I was like, you know what? Let me review this. Let me see what I did to lose, what went wrong, and how do I get better? How do I get better from this mistake? You want to, and once I started doing that, I started getting better. Every game I played, I kept on reviewing my mistakes. Oh, actually, cross that my book. But yeah, I kept on reviewing, analyzing, and just learning like what went wrong. And then, because once you learn where you went wrong, you're like, oh, okay, then you won't do that next time, and you'll improve day by day. Not even like a big part. That's where consistency comes in. you don't have to do a major thing, like a thing one day. For example, if I keep saying for example, but if you, for someone who's, I'm going to do a little explanation about someone who's consistent and someone's inconsistent but motivated. If someone's inconsistent but motivated, they'll do like a lot in one day. For example, they'll study for like 7 hours straight, but then they just won't study for like another 2 weeks. But someone who's consistent will study like not even a lot, for like, maybe like 30 minutes a day, but they keep on doing it every day, and eventually they'll become smarter, and then they'll have learned way more than they did the first day they studied. But someone who's inconsistent but motivated, they'll just keep on forgetting the information. And how failure plays into this is, no matter how many times you fail, and I mean, no matter how many times you fail, you just keep going. You keep on doing the thing you're doing. You learn from your mistakes and just be consistent every day. For example, I used to always like lose in chess like every day. Like even I still lost, I kept on playing, and then the third thing is that I'm going to mention is adaptation. I slowly adapted, like Maharaga. I slowly adapted to the game. Like I started seeing like pieces that could be taken, like pieces. Like started looking at the whole board. I started like noticing things really quickly, and I'd even notice like I thought like you don't even notice that you're getting better. Like if you don't think you're getting better, then you have gotten better. If you keep being consistent and learn from mistakes, like you slowly will get better without realizing. Because yesterday I checkmated my first person, and I was surprised. I was like, what? How did I checkmate him? And it's because I just kept on playing games and failing over and over again until like I understood the patterns. I understood everything. And that's the major, I'm going to call them the three musketeers of getting better at everything. You got consistent, you got failure, which is, I would say, the most important, because it corresponds with like everything. Failure, learn from mistakes, that's where consistency comes in. You could be consistent, you fail every day, you learn something every day, and then adaptation comes last. Your brain will adapt. You'll start getting faster. You'll start noticing things more often. And then if you keep doing that and just raising the difficulty, like if something gets really easy, raise the difficulty of it, and just keep on failing on that difficulty until you smash it. And that's just like, you're just progressively, you're gonna get like really good. And that's literally how you get better at everything. It's that simple. You just do those three things. Well, the third thing just comes naturally, but if you do those first two things I mentioned, you will get better at anything. So that was my app session for today, and I really hope you enjoyed. I hope this resonated on you, or like I hope you found this relatable, because as a person, like as me, like I used to really struggle with this. Like I used to just be really annoyed at everything that I didn't do first try, and then I just quit. So I think a lot of you could relate as well. So yeah, thanks for listening to me just yapping about this, and I'll see you in the next video, I guess. So,